Hey y'all, hey! Welcome to It's Crochet O'Clock. I'm so happy to see you guys. It feels like it's been forever. It's only been a week. Mercy. If this is your first time ever attending, welcome. We do this live almost every single Monday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you are not logged into your YouTube account, it will not allow you to participate in the live chat if you are here during the live. So make sure that you're logged into your YouTube account. While you're at it, please make sure that you select live chat from the drop down menu, because for some reason it defaults over to top chat, and then you'll end up getting some of the comments filtered out. I don't know, it just randomly chooses to filter out comments. And then you're going to be lost in the sauce, and that's not going to be great. While we are at it, if you are new here, also very important for you to know, we have the Three Musketeers here. They have been with us for a very, very long time. They're jokesters, and if you say something and a pun can be made out of it, you should expect for them to make a joke out of it. It's all in good fun. They're locals. They're not trolling. I promise. They belong here. And that is Freaky, Sue, and Anthony. So and then we have a couple folks who are vying for the D'Artagnan position. So just be aware of that. It's all in good fun. Hello, everybody. It has been a long week. It's been a very, very long week. Freaky said I tried to search for how long a pandemic lasts for, and all I got was rules, right? Right? Lots of rules. Don't give out any good info until the ads are done. I want to hear everything. Thank you, Kathy, for watching the ads. If you aren't familiar, that's how YouTubers actually make money. If you skip past the ads, then the YouTuber that you're watching will not get paid for that content. So just a little tip, something to keep in your brain. We still got people flooding in. Hello. Why do I have to be last? Because you're the last one in of that group. It was Freaky first. Freaky's been here since day one, and then Sue came, and then Anthony came. So that's why your name comes in last. Not everything is about you, Anthony. Oh, Wanda is out on the road, and she is driving. Creations by Jax. I just got your box today for the Snowball Express. Thank you so much. You guys. Hello, Jody. Jody's new here, first time here. Thank you for joining us. Oh, let me flip this screen. I need to crochet just a wee bit. Oh, that's a bit out of focus, isn't it? Focus. There we go. A little bit better. A little bit better. So you don't get to change your name, and then no, that's not how this works. It's not how this works at all. Kathy said, okay, I'm here. Thank you for watching the ads, Kathy. You're a doll. Oh, and there's Tammy. Tammy's watching the ads as well. Thank you. Thank you very much. Howdy. Hiya. Flip it, flip it. I flipped it. I flipped it. Oh, what is this? Well, you guys know how I don't do commissions, right? I do not do commissions. Don't at all. The one exception is when a family member calls you and goes, your niece is pregnant. And she's a vegan. Serious vegan. And, we need a baby blanket for her. I'm like, really? Really? So, I am hastily making a baby blanket in colors that Mom and Dad both like, because neither one of them want to know the gender of the baby. They are not finding out at all. So, it's a very, very neutral baby blanket in colors that Mom and Dad both enjoy. This is not an actual doodle. This is an honest to goodness baby blanket. No, I do not do commissions. I do not enjoy commissions at all, because the stress of commissions is just too much for me. So I don't do commissions at all. What is that stitch? It's just double crochets and single crochets and chains. That's all it is. I finished my 2 crochet projects this weekend, and I have to finish Mom's prayer shawl before the 19th of this month. You better get on it. You better get on it. As if you don't have enough on your plate. I know. I know. But I have managed to find time in a week to put this together. So I'm trying. Is it a similar stress to pattern testing? No, that's a whole other animal within itself. I have this thing with I call them micro patterns. A lot of people call these the block stitch. A lot of people do. Some people call it the stacked granny. See, in my mind, if you can't create the stitch on the same row, then to me it's a pattern, not a stitch. Like, for instance, the pineapple stitch. People call that a stitch. It's called the pineapple stitch. And I'm sorry, I have to disagree, because you have to go through 11 billion rows before that stitch actually comes to fruition. That, in my mind, does not count as a stitch. It's a micro pattern in my brain. That's what I call them, is micro patterns in my brain. So I have to disagree with folks when they say that, or when they call things. But then again, I have issues with things like the alpine stitch. The alpine stitch is not a thing. It's not. That happened because somebody happened to enjoy mosaic crochet, and she put one simple little pattern of mosaic in the same blanket, and she called it the alpine blanket. And ever since then, bless her heart, everybody has called that micro pattern for mosaic the alpine stitch. It's not the alpine stitch. It's not. It's just not. I know that you didn't name it the block stitch though, but you know, folks call it the block stitch. This is really out of focus, and I don't know why. I wonder if I can work on getting that out a little bit. I don't know why this thing is not wanting to focus. That looks very out of focus. Oh, so since I have Terry and Wanda here, you guys, the patrons, there's different tiers to Patreon, and each tier has its own special thing. And the higher you go up in tiers, which are monthly pledges that you pledge to artists to support them, for me here, it helps keep the channel going. So, but you get bonuses. So each tier has its own, and the top tier, one of the things, there's 2 things that they get that's super awesome. This really big bag that's behind me up there on top of the yarn, that's super big. It's Crochet a Clock bag. That will never be in my merch store. That's just for patrons. At the top tier, after 3 months, they get that bag. Well, after 6 months, they get their own special It's Crochet a Clock tumbler. And I had to switch vendors I also had to switch vendors for the bags. Well, not vendors, because Amy thankfully makes our bags. Those special bags, Amy makes them. I just buy all of the materials and it goes to Amy. But I had to switch vendors for these mugs, and I was very, very concerned about it. But look, you guys. Wanda and Terry actually get these this month because they are celebrating 6 months of being my patron. Thank you so much. Thank you to all of my patrons. You guys really do keep me going. It's 30 ounces, you guys. It's a monster. I'm sure that you guys have seen me drinking from mine, but I'm very happy because I'm always nervous whenever I have to switch things out. So I was very, very, very nervous about going to a new, because these are custom. You can't buy these anywhere. So I was concerned, but I picked them up today so I can get them in the mail to Miss Wanda and Terry. And I'm so excited at how beautiful they came out. I actually think that I like them better than mine. I may have to order myself a new one. How about them apples? Oh. No, it's not green. I didn't want the green in the other one, but the old merchant that used to make them for me, she said that I guess or there's something about the black glitter, like it has to have some other color in it, or it doesn't actually show off as glittery. But this one, she did it just fine. I think it's a mixture of silver and a hint of gold in the black glitter, and that's what's giving it the glitter effect. But it's still really nice. I like it a lot. Kathy, I saw that you just became a patron. Thank you so much. There's lots of exciting stuff that goes on over there on. They get to hear all of the super secret squirrel stuff. There's a tier in there where they get early access to all of my patterns and all of my videos. Normally they get them a week before everybody else. There's a tier in there for behind the scenes. That's when all of the craziness happens. Sometimes I'm filming tutorials. Sometimes I'm doing yarn inventory. I don't know why they love to watch me do yarn inventory, but they do. Listen, I thought the seashell shawl was mostly double crochet until I saw the tester's close-ups. All those little puffs are so pretty. It is. It is a whole bunch of puffs, and that's why I kept saying that it's the perfect, like, Netflix binging project. I have it right here. This little sucker right here. I love it so much, you guys. I really, really, really do. I love it. But it's a whole bunch of puffs. Oh, is it coming out fuzzy for you guys? I do not know why it is. Ooh. That's not good. That's not good at all. Let me flip just for a little bit. See it? All those puff stitches. Comfort crochet is what Russell calls this. Comfort crochet. It's for the vast majority of the shawl, it's a 2 row repeat, so it's easy to get the hang of. You can just sit there, and the other thing is even though it's puffs, they're little puffs, you guys. They're not super big puffs, so they go really, 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 really quickly. And what was I saying? I just lost my train of thought. Oh, if you need a super quick gift, this thing really works up in no time. You wouldn't think that it would, but it does. It works up in no time at all. And it's so pretty. Yes, it was a bit glitchy there on the bottom, and I had to back out, so now you can kind of see the edge of the table here, but it is what it is. I was hoping that for some reason that screen isn't doing too well today, and I do not know why. It's very, very odd. It's having issues focusing. Can you reboot that camera? Yes, but I have to end the stream and then come back. It's not something that you can just push a button on and restart it. There's Lauren. Hello, Miss Lauren. So long since Lauren's been able to be here with us live. I have PayPal where Dee is Dee here? Oh, I think Dee said that she was on the phone with her stepmom. One of the moderators will post a link for the Patreon for any of you guys that are interested. Watch me put away yarn. Oh, come on, Steph. We'd watch you alphabetize DVDs. Listen, inventory has gotten super crazy more than a couple times. You know, crazy things happen in my life. No joke. They do. Crazy things happen. So, inventory can sometimes be crazy. Y'all always give me great laughs. Oh, well, we try. We do try. There you go. Dee posted a link for the Patreon. If you are so inclined to join, we would appreciate it. The last Sunday of the month is always Super Sunday, and the $10 tier and above, they get their own special Zoom meeting. It's a smaller group of people, so you get more time with me. You don't have to share me with all of the people here. And then normally after that we open it to behind the scenes and above, because I'm normally always working on something for It's Crochet O'Clock. Thank you, DB. Okay, back 100%, D says. It's been a while since yes, it has been. Welcome. Welcome back. John said, sorry I'm late. I was doing dishes. John got a haul of camouflage yarn. And one thing, you know, like I am phobic about running out of toilet paper now due to the pandemic, probably always will be. My grandchildren are going to clean out my house, and I'm going to have closets filled with toilet paper. John's freak out thing from the pandemic is he ran out of camouflage yarn and he could not find any more. John, you forgot to do the dishes in Bachi Bobble Sink. I got to do that yesterday. I got to clean a whole lot of stuff yesterday. Not that my house was seriously a wreck, but it's been a crazy 2 weeks for me, and it needed a deep clean. Stephanie, I have converted to Clover Soft Touch. I donated my boy hook to a young new crocheter. Aww, that's awesome. That's very awesome. I knew you would. I really did. I knew that you would. As soon as you told me that you had finally gotten comfortable with it in your hand, because it's different. It is. It's different. I've been buying that camo yarn the last few weeks. Oh, hey Steph, welcome. Is there a pattern for what you're making? I really like the looks of that. No, I just, from my brain, from my brain. That's all it is. Kids weren't done destroying my house as of yesterday. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Welcome to the Poopy Gold Club. Yeah, the Aussies call them Poopy Golds. I love them. I really do. And there's been times where, I mean, I just did it. When was it? Was it 2 weekends ago? When I crocheted the vast majority of that shawl? I mean, all in one sitting. I sat there and I crocheted for 12 hours straight. 12 hours. And never once did I have any pain at all. Are you planning a fringe for all the ends on the baby blanket, Stephanie? Even for me, that's a lot of sewing in. No. No, I am not. Unfortunately. Oh. No, I'm gonna have to sew. We all know how much I love that, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Why worry about the state of the house when you've got yarn to play with? Well, because I'm one of those people, I don't sleep well when my house is a mess, or when I feel like my house is a mess. So, yeah. Is this a shawl in making? No. This is I don't do commissions. That's what I'm calling this. I don't do commissions. As I do a commission for a family member. I mean, I'm not getting paid for it. She bought the yarn. But I'm not taking any money for it, but it's still. Leanne said, yep, Poopy Gold member right here. Yeah. Do they come in 7mm? Pause for dramatic effect. Let me see what. Come here. There's a 2, 3.25. There's a 5mm. There's a 2, 2.75. 4, 3.75. 6, 5.5. 4, 5, 2, 2.25, 6. Hang on. Oh. M 6, 5.5, 5, 4.5, 2.75. Hold on. Oh. That's another 2.75. And these are all steels. The heck is this for? Is that got a cover on it? Hang on, y'all. I ain't never opened up this one before. And it's got a... Yeah, it's got a cover on it. Because it's a teeny tiny little one. It is a 1.75. But you know what? These other ones are smaller than it, and they don't have a cover on them. What makes you special? 1.75. Weird. These were part of my birthday present from Miss Beverly last year. Some of these are. I love them so much. I'm telling you, they only go to 6mm. Okay, well, I mean, you think that I have an addiction. Well, listen, y'all. There's, hang on, what's in Stephanie's little goodie bag? There's a 2.5. There is a 3.75. There's a 3.25. And a 4.5. Gosh, I've been working with such small hooks that 4.5 just looks ginormous to me. Oh. The cover is in the package by the handles, aren't they? Sherry. What would I do without you guys? Honestly, how have I lived my life this long? I don't know. Yeah, there it is. It's right there. In the, yeah, it's there. They're there. This is fine. This is fine. This is all fine. This is fine. Let me put these back, because if I don't, then I won't. My drawer hooks. I need a little container. I need like a little ceramic llama or something. I'm feeling like I need a llama to put all of my hooks in. I'm gonna have to start looking around, because this is she still digs for the poopy gold. I do. I do. I won't use any other hook unless I'm absolutely forced to. My steel amour has brought blood. They are sharp. Oh, I'll bet. Boy, Walmart aluminum hooks are weak. I can't use just the regular steel crochet hooks. The only time I use those is when I am forced to do the bullion stitch. Forced, which means never. But those are the only times that I use those. Oh no, did I put the other ones back in there? Tell me I did. Y'all, I was about to get nervous there for a second. No, I'm not. I was looking to see if I had an 8, but I don't, and Ida's saying that they only go up to a 6. Get you a llama coffee cup from Walmart. I need to get me a llama something. You have a hook addiction. Listen, it's better than having some other type of addictions that we could out there, and there's nothing worse than needing something, needing a hook, and not being able to find that sucker. You gotta have multiples. I can't use the regular steel hooks anymore either. No, they hurt my hands. They really do hurt my hands. Gonna drive home, but we'll be watching. Okay, Veronica. There's Maxine. Y'all, it's my Kiwi bestie surprising us. Hi, Kiwi bestie. That's a familiar looking hook bag. Yes, it is, because she's the one who sent it to me. It says New Zealand on it. I still use it every day. It has all my favorite stuff in it, because it was sent to me by one of my favorite people. It's the truth. Write the makers and request a larger size. I don't need a larger size. Somebody else was asking about a larger size. Oh, you're speaking to Steph, who is the person that was asking. Duh. See, I get confused. Too many Stephs. Part of the problem is that the rest of that drawer in there because it took me forever to finally settle on crochet hooks that I was happy with and that I was comfortable with. So I went through a lot of hooks. There's a lot of people who say that they feel odd and that they feel strange because, you know, they have all of these different types of hooks. You are not alone. You're not alone. Every single one of us goes through the exact same thing. Come here. No, come here. I have a yarn and hook addiction better than some other addictions I could have. That's true. It's true. Ooh. Y'all hear my dog doing the big boy bark? Hang on. Be right back, y'all. Sorry. You know, never bark. Whew. Well, I guess it's time for me to call my lawn service. Mercy. People are always knocking on my door. Like if my grass gets just one tiny little bit off color, they're knocking on my door wanting to cut my grass. No, I have a service for that. I just got to remember to call them. Don't let Aunt Ida see you. She will turn the bus around and run you over. Oh no. Who is doing what? What were y'all doing? Cassie said, oops, she's back. Do I have to scroll? Are y'all being have? My problem is I can't just do one or two. I have to do the whole set. I actually think that I have all of them. I think. What are you making that you need a 7mm hook? Good gracious. Have mercy. That's a big old hook. Nothing. No one did anything. That means that somebody did something. Oh, there was... Somebody did something. Okay, Jody is new, so we know that Jody did nothing because Jody's new. Why don't you mow it? Because I do not do manual labor of such nature. No. I pay somebody. I stimulate the economy. Also, I don't like working with the plastic hook. Did the Clover Soft Touch in 7mm come plastic? I know that the Amours, the higher level they get, they do turn from metal to plastic. Get cheap. Free wool, short grass. Yeah, right? Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Hi, sorry for being late. I'm so happy to be here again. Hi, Anne-Marie. Welcome. You're not late. You're right on time. We still have plenty of time here. I now have all of the Amore 0.6 through 15mm. Poor Sherry. Poor Sherry. I keep throwing out patterns that Sherry didn't have the hook for. Bless her heart. I mow, but sure ain't weed eating. No, I don't. I know. I don't do that type of thing. There's Kirby. Hi, Kirby. The largest in Amore is 6mm, and then it turns into plastic. Ah. I know that Maxine a little while ago was looking for an alternative because she needed a bigger hook for a commission, and she's an Amore girl, and she didn't like the feel of the plastic one, so she was looking for an alternative. I could be of no assistance. I actually always thought that she preferred Tulip over Clover, but maybe she switched. I'm making a cardigan and having to use an 8mm hook. Mercy! I'm looking forward to seeing Lizzie Q. I don't know how to say her name. Kirby, I am too. I was actually, right before this, I was watching the one about cotton. Man. That girl. Hello, Sherry. I don't know how she does all of that. Oof. She's a better woman than I am, honest to goodness. I can't even go cut my own grass. I mean, I could if I wanted to. But she goes out there, she grows her own cotton, harvests it, cards it. I mean, all of that stuff. No. Correct, and sadly, no alternative, and no, you are not wrong. I do prefer my Tulip. See? I know my Kiwi bestie. I do know my Kiwi bestie. I have a feeling that Tulip and Knit Pro have a 7mm that is not plastic. I don't know. I know that Maxine was having issues. She was unhappy. That's too deep, yeah. Yeah, it was, yeah, I'm not that person. I'm not that person at all. I do not like to get sweaty and dirty. To me, the Clover Amour 6.5 and up handles are not the same as Clover Amour 6mm and down. They feel slippery. I don't know. I don't use Clover Amour. And I don't know that there's ever going to be a situation that will call for me to use bigger than 6mm. Thank you, Jesus. I don't even think that I've ever used my 6mm hooks. Stephanie, you only have like 4 jobs. I don't think you need to add mowing the lawn to that. You know, you are correct. There you go. I work too much. You know, I work too much. There's nothing wrong with me paying somebody to do the lawn. I just need to remember to call them. Ida's gonna call me tomorrow morning and remind me. You watch. Ida does that. She holds my to-do list. How fast do you crochet? Well, I mean, I try. The difference between the clovers and the tulips. Tulips, to me, I just saw my tulip. So this is a tulip hook. And to me, I feel like the Clover Amour handles are just a smidge softer on the grip. Just a smidge softer. But I mean, they're good. I'm so used to, what is this, a 5mm? I'm so used to how light the Clover Soft Touch are that even this is just, it feels like it's weighing my hand down. So, I don't know. I don't have a Clover Amour to compare it to, weight-wise. Yep, just check. Knit Pro Soft Touch. Have a 7mm metal hook. Oh, nice. Boy, is the hook I'm using metal and rubber type handle. Yep, I have a bunch of those over in there. I used to use, boy, those hooks exclusively. Now, now those suckers, oof, might as well be picking up a what do you call them? The weights, barbells. You were like the princess and the pea, because I have everything hidden, stashed around. Me too. I love how light the Clover Soft Touch is. Yeah, yeah. It was a bit awkward at first because the handle is shaped so differently, but once I got used to it, yeah. Steph's superpower is hyper touch sense. Boy, ain't that the truth. Ain't that the truth. Ain't that the truth. Unfortunate. It's unfortunate at times, because while you guys can use some of those yarns, I can't. I can't use them. They will tear up my hands. Cassie, 6 feet, please. Oh, 6 feet distance. 6 feet distance. Is there really that much of a difference? Maybe I should have missed. Yes. Yes. There is a massive, massive difference. You know what? I hated these hooks. I ordered one when I was going on my journey of trying to find my hook for me, because it is a very individual thing, okay? Just because I love these hooks does not mean that you will. The vast majority of Clover users prefer Amours to the Soft Touch. When I opened up my first Soft Touch, I held it in my hand, turned my nose at it, and stuck it into the drawer, and I didn't touch it again for like over a year. I didn't touch it again because it's so light that it felt cheap to me. The only reason that I went and grabbed it is because it was the only 4.5 millimeter crochet hook that I had in my entire domicile, and I had to make it the Arizona. That was the only reason. And I got through the Arizona and I have not turned back. Knit Pro and Waves comes in 7 millimeter. I know they go up to a 12 millimeter and are made of the same materials as the regular sizes. Oh wow. Come on. They get heavy after a while, but use what I can find. And it seems like I'm having to use a big hook a lot lately. Oh, bless your heart, Susan. The first live I ever watched, Stephanie was complaining about needing to stop crocheting because the red heart yarn was taking the skin off of her hands. Yes, I did. Because I was having to use red heart for that project, and I just can't. My skin is so sensitive, guys. It's not a joke. I think the patrons have seen it before, where all of the skin around this finger and right here and down my hand, it just starts to peel off, and ugh. It's horrible. Absolutely horrible. I won't do it. I refuse to do it. And there's people that are, but it washes up so soft. Yes, it does. I understand that. And I get that, you know, my nanny, when my Aunt Jean Ann was cleaning out my nanny and my poppy's stuff, my nanny still has crocheted blankets from when I was, I always remember them on the back of her couch. She's always had them. And they were red heart. And I realized that it lasts for a really, really, really long time. I get all of that. But there is a process to get it made. And I cannot live through that process. I just can't. What's the largest hook that is made? Listen, Jen, I have seen hooks that are bigger around than that. No joke. I mean, it's just, I have seen some massive, obnoxiously so, massive. I can't use wool yarn or wool anything. Everybody has different needs and different likes, you know? I have so much Red Heart Super Saver from buying sprees before I found Paint Box. I understand. I do. That was, before I started branching out, I first branched out to Stylecraft as a replacement for the acrylics that we can find in the big box stores here. I was like a lot of folks. You know, it's different when you're buying online. You know, you have to trust somebody else's recommendation, and a lot of people are like me, work really hard for your money, and you don't like spending your money on something that you ultimately don't like. So it's really hard when you can't walk into somewhere, put your hands on it, see the colors with your own eyes, feel how soft it is or how unsoft it is. It makes a difference. But I took a leap and I jumped into Stylecraft, which I enjoyed. It was leaps above Red Heart and any of the other acrylics that I could find here in the big box stores for me. And then Paint Box became a thing. Paint Box came onto the scene and just took over, and I helped it because I love how soft Paint Box is. Dee said, DB, I'll gladly take it off your hands. Yeah, there's a lot of people that enjoy all different kinds of yarns, and it's maybe not for us. Listen, I don't care what you're using. As long as you're using yarn, and you're hanging out here, yarn in some way, you can knit, you can weave. We even have spinners. We have folks that are probably hanging out watching right now, being lurkers because their hands and their feet are busy spinning. I don't care. It's just not for me. I'll never forget that, like, it's why it's so bad for me to do lives. Do you guys remember when I went into the Hobby Lobby? Went into the Hobby Lobby and I took all of you guys with me. And that was, I think it was right before Marley's yarn came out. Her Chic Sheep yarn came out. Or maybe right after. I think it was right after because they did have some there. It took me forever to find it, but I didn't like the colors that were there. So I ordered online, and what I got when I ordered it was, it didn't feel anything like what I had felt in Hobby Lobby. I think that's what it was. Anywho, so I was walking around and I was feeling and touching and looking at the yarns and all of that, and I jumped back and I said, oh, that is atrocious. Don't ever touch that. Don't ever touch that. Zach Stout, who has since become a YouTuber, he has a podcast that he does. He's a great guy. He's friends with Combat to Crochet, and he just won Mr. America Esquire. He never lets me live that down. Oh, that's atrocious. So there I was. It just verbally vomits out on me. Let me see. Uh-oh. Guys, let me see. We have a message.
Hey, Stephanie. I'm ready to sing a happy birthday. Whose birthday is it? See, I'm ready. La, 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 la. Me. I'm ready.
Oh, Lord. It's nobody's birthday today, right? Nobody's birthday? I didn't think so. It's nobody's birthday today. I don't think there's anybody's birthday. Dee said, I use all different brands, but if I had to choose just one as a favorite, I'd actually have to pick Nurturing Fibers for the softness. Yeah, I told you that fusion would ruin you. Hello from the Netherlands. You are up late. You are up super late. Thank you for joining us. Looks like Myrtle Beach is going to flood. What's new? There's a hurricane coming. Everybody's like, oh, we got a hurricane. And I'm like, what are you talking about? This is the most normal thing that's happened in 2020. It's a hurricane. It's a baby hurricane. Whose birthday indeed? Yeah, see? I already sang Dee her birthday song. Let's see. There was something else what else did I need to talk about? Oh! You guys! Snowball Express. Okay, for those of you who are not in the Facebook group, we had a little bit of a sad announcement about the Snowball Express. Not that we all weren't planning on it, not that we all weren't expecting it to be. But I got an email from the lead volunteer for the Snowball Express, and she confirmed that there is not going to be a Snowball Express this year. Very sad, very bummed, but we were planning for this. As I said, everybody who's been involved with Snowball Express so far, you know, everybody knew that this was a possibility. As soon as COVID hit, we knew that it was a possibility. And the closer it got, and the way that our numbers were looking, we all knew that it was a probability, not just a possibility. So we made alternate plans, and I will keep the blankets because it's definitely been canceled officially. But so it's a bummer that it's canceled, but we already have a head start on next year. So 2 things. I got another email the following day from the lead volunteer coordinator for Snowball Express, and she believes that she has finagled for American Airlines to pick up our blankets from me and take them to Orlando to the children. So that will be a huge a huge load and a huge weight off of our shoulders. American Airlines is the airline that flies the children and their surviving parent to Orlando for the Snowball Express. So she's pretty sure that she's got it set up to where next summer I'll be able to pass our blankets off to American Airlines and just have them go straight there. So that's huge. So the other thing that we have to think about is there's no Snowball Express for this year, okay? But there are companies and there are people who donate immensely each year to ensure that Gary Sinise can still continue holding the Snowball Express every year. So that money is already there. It's already sitting there. All of that stuff is already there for them. What I'm thinking, because people aren't going to not keep up with their commitments that they've made for donations, is we may end up with a whole lot of extra kids next year. So that is something to keep in mind. Remember, last year we were short 200 blankets. We didn't want that to happen this year. Next year, I'm thinking we are going to need even more blankets. So I'm pretty sure that there's going to be over 2,000 kids next year, because it was 1,700 last year. So we need a lot of blankets, guys. We're going to need to make a lot of blankets. But we can do it. We can do it. Can you travel with the blankets? Oh, wouldn't that be nice if I could just hop on the plane and go with the blankets? She wasn't kidding about the emerald being Wizard of Oz emerald green, but it's gorgeous. But she was right. The olive looks fabulous with my hair. I told you it would. I don't know why you do not trust me. So yeah, this is exciting. So I'm still going to end this year's drive at the end of this month, and we'll take a break from taking in donations for a couple months. But I'm thinking January or February we will start back up, because she didn't have an exact date for me. She didn't even have confirmation yet, but she said next summer. So I don't know when I'm going to have to stop the drive next year. So we'll probably start again in January or February. And just do a super big push. Like, everybody, talk to everybody about it and try and get as many blankets as possible donated. For a square blanket, it would need to be 60 by 60. I believe that you are right. Pause for dramatic effect. Go. I don't know why I cannot remember. Me, of all people, I can never remember the size for these blankets, and I always have to go back and refer to my own frequently asked questions. um, 45 by 60. So yeah, they would need to be 60 by 60 to be accepted if you're making a square. I'm making a baby blanket, Ruth. Ooh, watching Gary Sinise now. I love Gary Sinise. He's an awesome guy. I just inherited a stack of Afghan patterns from my grandmother. She's the one that taught me to crochet. Oh, what a gift. Oh, the treasure. The treasure that you have. I love vintage patterns. I do. I'm going to do my Snowball Express blankets this winter. It's way too hot to do it here in the summer for me. I understand that. I do. Guess I'll take some of them and try to whip up a few blankets. That would be good. Yes, that would be fine. The more blankets we can get, the better. The more people we can get making blankets, the better. So we will need to spread the word once the drive starts back up again. Or, you know, we have people that never stop. You know, Nancy Hildebrand, she always sends in numerous blankets. She did last year. She did again this year. We had, what is it? One person sent in like 7 or 8 blankets. Nobody's fingers are that fast. They're just not. So they're working year round, making blankets. Lieutenant Dan, you got magic legs. What's everybody working on tonight? I'm really curious about everybody's projects and color schemes. Whew. You see what I'm working on? I want to make one for the first time. Deb, you should. You should. It's for a great, great, great cause. It really is. It's still warm in the winter in Florida. Not nearly as warm as it is in the summer. My aunt gave me hooks that were my grandma's in yarn, but no idea what fiber the yarn is. Oh, that happens, man. That does. Or you go to auctions and you see stuff and you have no idea what's actually in it. Part 7 of the Arizona in Storm. Ooh. I'm working on a blue and orange mosaic. Ooh, freaky. Ooh. Why are you crocheting in the Miami colors? Why? The Florida colors. Why? Why? It's supposed to be garnet and gold. Let's see. John said a green and blue random mosaic crochet thingy. My monster told me that since I made 6 blankets in 3 months, I can continue on and donate another 24 for next year. Whoa! I mean, she's not lying. She's not lying. I'm making a Mix Your Granny blanket with paint box. That's Holly. Lindsay is working on a filet square blanket cowl, 1 square a month for a year. White and 2 shades of purple with a gray border. Ooh, that's a big commitment, Lindsay. A year. Christina is working on a granny square for the beautiful snowball, yes. In beautiful magenta. Can the blankets be knitted? Yes, they can be knitted, they can be crocheted, they can be quilts, or they can be fleece blankets with a crocheted edge. If they're fleece, they have to be 1 layer. Terry is knitting dishcloths. Susan said, I like seeing all the beautiful blankets that are donated. Me too. We got one more round of it, the last Sunday of this month. Got out a work in progress doily that I haven't worked on in a year. Going to have to frog it since the stitch count is off. Oh, that's probably why you ain't worked on it in a year. It was being bad. It needs to go back to timeout till it acts like it has some upbringing. I'm working on yet another Wonder Wheel top from Interweave. It's a nice bathing suit cover-up, and it's in sunny colors. Nice. I was bummed that I got started for this year's drive, but had to stop to deal with it. And listen, do you have an excuse? Don't you worry about that. Gabby said, John, it's your fault. You've inspired me to finally do the Havana. Just started with purple and pink. Ooh, Gabby. Oh, that's going to be pretty. Terry is knitting dishcloths using lime eco cotton. Super soft. Oh, I'm using eco cotton. Sherry is knitting a Harry Potter scarf. Cassie is doing a mandala blanket in teal, yellow, bright green, gray, gray and blue, dark green, teal, making it for my husband. I actually reminded her that she has her own hooks and yarn. She does. Little chimichanga. I know you know how to crochet. You have your own hooks and yarn. Sally just finished her first wrapped in Jamie square. Oh, aren't they beautiful? Each one is just beautiful. I love those squares. I hate putting squares together, but I love those squares. Leanne is just finishing up a Lotus flower blanket. My first round blanket, I'm not sure how I feel about it. Pretty pattern though. Ooh, I bet you that's going to be pretty hanging up on your wall. Ooh. I'm sure a Harry Potter scarf is shorter than the Doctor Who one, probably. Amanda is making the July crate crochet box project in Cool Towns. I haven't even gotten my July crate. I haven't even gotten a notice that it's been mailed out. I'll post a pic of what I've done on. Thank you, Cassie. I am making an I-cord garland in fun fur. Oof. I do not envy you. Do not. Dee is currently working on trying to finish the border on a fleece blanket for Snowball. Yay! Not working on it at the moment, but Mandala Madness in Paintbox. I've seen your pictures. That's gorgeous. It's beautiful. Veronica's making a shawl for Mom's birthday that has a marble gray and white color. Ooh, pretty. Let's see. All right, all the way down, I think. Everybody's just chit-chatting back and forth. Well, hello, gamer widows. How you doing, lovey? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Has anybody heard from Chantel? I had to call her and wake her up because Chantel got in touch with me and she goes, Steph, I hate to bother you. I hate to ask you, but the company that I get my dye from is in the USA and they're not shipping internationally. Will you please be the middleman? And I said, of course, of course. Well, I go to FedEx today and they want $287 to send a 10-pound box to Australia. So I had to call Chantel because she specifically wanted me to use FedEx. So I had to call Chantel and she sounded horrible. She sounded so sick. That head cold is just taking her over. I feel so bad for her. Bless her heart. Working on another 6-day kid blanket using bulky yarn, Red Heart Dreamy stripes, colorway Snowy for Snowball Express. Nice. She's not well, last I heard. Yeah, well, she sounded miserable when I called her. $287. Not $200. which is like 500 Australian dollars. She's still ill, but getting back on top of things. I'm sure me waking her up in the middle of the night didn't help any. Or waking her up super early in the morning, rather. Working on and waiting for part 6 of the Floralia. Floralia. By Pip and Poppycock. I bought a calendar from a lady in Australia and postage was $25 a calendar. It's crazy. Postage to Australia is nuts. It's affected her asthma some. It probably does. Every time she gets sick. If it has anything to do like respiratory wise, but bless her heart, her asthma is so bad. That is a ridiculous amount of money for shipping. I concur. I concur. Might as well say 300, I know. I was so cranky. I was like, really? And then he's like, what's in the box? I'm like, dye for yarn. Is it liquid? No, it's powder. Is it dangerous? Well, you don't want to breathe it, but it's sealed, so no. Jesus. Well, hold on. I have to go look to see if this is on the list of forbidden items to go to Australia, because I'm not familiar. 10 minutes later. No, it's not. You think? Is postage the same from Australia as it is to Australia? I don't know. I don't know. Kim is the person to ask that. She can't be here today, but Kim's the person to ask about that because she ships a lot. The last package I sent to Kim from here, just regular first class mail, was 3 pounds and 2 ounces, I think, and it cost me $78 to send one package that was a little over 3 pounds. But then I go to the post office today, which reminds me I have to send this to Chantel. But I went to the post office today and I got a quote from them of how much it's going to cost. And if I wanted Global Express, which was 1 to 3 business days, it would be $202. If I wanted Priority Mail, which is 3 to 5 business days, it would be, stop, let me see the other side, $140. Priority Mail International, that's 6 to 10 business days, is $86.40. And then Air M-Bag, I don't know what that is, 5 to 10 business days, is $93. So it cost me $76 to mail Kim a package. And Kim and Chantel live super close together. Cost me $76 to mail a 3-pound package to Kim. And I just had a 10-pound, 1.8 ounce package weighed, and they are quoting me $93.50. Now, I went to my old post office because I was in the town that I used to live in today. So I went there hoping to find my favorite postal clerk. I just found out that she retired. So I'm very sad about that. Happy for her, but very sad about it. But my post office here, I do not like them at all. I do not like these people. I don't know if I'm more devastated that I don't know when I will see her next, or I can't get Tim Tam so cheap. Oh, Sue. Post office wanted $50 to ship that blanket to you, Steph. UPS charged me $25. I don't know. You know, maybe I can try and get on UPS online and see if I can get a better, you know, deal. But that's still going through the post office. That's still like a third of what FedEx was going to charge. That was ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And this right here is exactly why I tell you guys that shipping these blankets to Orlando is absolutely not an option. It is not an option. It is way too expensive. Way too expensive. I sent 2 skeins of my hand-dyed yarn to the US and it cost me 25 Australian dollars. Ooh. My favorite post office lady retired too. The post office I normally go to is temporarily closed due to the current plague conditions. Oh, so sorry, gamer widows. I sent a medium-sized box from Virginia to Florida. It cost $38.95. Then it sat in a warehouse for 2 weeks in Florida before it was delivered. Excuse me. We've never had issues with shipping with Good Loops until about 6 weeks ago. And it was just going from me here at the warehouse to Pensacola, Florida. And it just stopped. And then there was no updates after that. And then coincidentally, we had another package do the exact same thing, going to the exact same person. Very, very, very weird. We've never, ever had a package go missing with Good Loops. And then all of a sudden, it's crazy. Have you looked at DHL for shipping? No, I haven't because we do not have a DHL here. I think the closest one to me is about 2 hours away. The place I mailed the blankets to you refused to send it UPS because it was going to a P.O. box. I paid $70 for 25 pounds via the UPS. Mercy. DHL has to be wonderful. It's who Hobby uses to ship to me, and they are so fast. Listen, DHL is not equal all over the place. They aren't. Was that with me? Shipping problem to Pensacola? No, it was somebody else. A designer that thank goodness she's a designer. And, I mean, it's not cool, period. But thank goodness she's one of our designers. She's designed a scarf. Somebody is knocking at my door again. Be right back. Sorry! Okay, so at least that one was a good, well, not a good reason, but that was a worthy reason to interrupt us for the second time this evening. Y'all, I am not that person. If y'all ever move to my town where I am in, things that you need to know. I am not that person where you just show up randomly without a telephone call. I'm not. I hear a knock at the door and instantly I'm like, what, the fleece? Because nobody called. And I don't know nobody here. So there should be nobody showing up on my door. I don't do well with it. I'm not that person. If I don't love you and or you're not bringing me treats, then you don't need to be knocking on my door. Period. Oh, it was little kids, and they lost their puppy, and they made these little flyers and everything, and they're passing them out to everybody saying, have you seen our puppy? I feel so bad. Poor little things. Well, hello, Miss Pat. She's gonna have to go mow her lawn. No, it wasn't. It wasn't somebody wanting to mow my lawn. They were looking for their puppy. Bless them. Bless them. I just ordered 96 skeins from them, but I order all kinds of different yarns. Oh, ordering from Hobby, I'm assuming. I placed a post-COVID lockdown order with Wool Warehouse in the UK. I had it sent to my cousin, who then sent it to me, and it cost 80 British pounds to New Zealand. She wanted to know if I had bought wool or if it was the actual sheep. Oh, bless. I know. Now I feel sad too. I really hope that they find the puppy. I do. DHL is terrible here. I got so excited when Wool Warehouse first started. The puppy is lost in your grass. Okay, Sue, the grass is not that bad. Okay? It's just not. Wait, today is Monday. I was supposed to call them today. Oh, I thought about calling them yesterday, and then I went, wait, it's Sunday, and today is Monday, and I forgot to call them again. Jeez. I've got to call them tomorrow. I do. Anywho, I got so excited when Wool Warehouse started offering DHL as a shipping option. You know, you could pay, for me, where I'm at, I could pay $10 more and have it in 2 to 3 days, which was super because for Wool Warehouse to get to me where I am, it's so rural, it takes like 3 to 4 weeks if I just order normal post. Just normal. So when I use the DHL, like I can pay $10 to have it in 2 weeks because they pass mine off to the Postal Service. Once it gets to Dallas, they pass it over to the Postal Service. DHL doesn't actually bring it here. So I stopped that because it made me cranky. Hello, Melissa. Yeah, she made it for the last little bit. Google, remind Steph to call the mowers. Ugh. Right? Oh. No, I don't have Alexa. I don't. Hey, Siri. Can you remind me to call the lawn maintenance people tomorrow?
Okay, your reminder is set for tomorrow.
Yeah. Wonder how that's going to work. Wonder if it will set off an alarm. We will see. Thank you, John. Heat kills grass, really? One of us mods can remind you, and it would normally be Ida. Ida keeps my to-do list, and then she stays on my hind parts until I get things done. She is the keeper of the to-dos. She's a really good keeper of that, you guys. Hello, Morgan. Another kiwi. My camera is just refusing to focus tonight, you guys. I don't know why. Uh-oh. I'm not going to say that, Pat, because I'm afraid of what Siri's going to say, and I'm live, and you can't edit. You should tell Siri what time to remind you. Will she do that? Oh, gosh. Hey, Siri. Will you remind me to call the lawn maintenance people at 11 a.m. tomorrow?
Okay, add it to your Stephanie Shelton list.
Hey, Siri. Change that reminder to 11 a.m.
Okay, it's set for tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Yeah. I did. I set a specific time. Bye-bye, my kiwi bestie. I love you. Mwah! Chicken. Yes. Yes, I am being a chicken. There's no telling what Siri's going to say. Things like that. You never know. She might tell all my business. That won't be okay. Not while I'm live. I can't edit it out. What are you guys doing this week? Oh, Ida did not tell us. Where's Ida? Ida's gone. She missed telling us that we can talk about food. What are you guys having for dinner? You guys, last night I made a meatloaf and mashed potatoes all in the same Instapot at the same time, and it was glorious. Glorious. Sue said you're so fancy. I know. That's why Siri's got a British accent. Because it makes me feel fancier. Now I wonder if you'll get 3 reminders throughout the day. Gosh, I hope not. Welcome back, Dee. My Siri is an Australian guy. You have an Australian guy. I have converted one of you to Tim Tams. Oh! Who was your exchange person? Was it Diana that was your exchange person for Tim Tams? Did you get Nutter Butters? Oh, Nutter Butters are great. Oh, Ida has a migraine. She's not herself. I'm so sorry, Ida. Had steaks and portobello mushrooms last night, eating burgers and chips tonight. Yum. Hot dogs and pork and beans. Oh, beanie weenies. I did dishes. I don't want to cook. I may make some mac and cheese. John's like, I adulted. I have done all of the adulting for the day. I cannot adult anymore. Don't you love your Instapot? I love my Instapot. I should have listened to Amy. Amy has been telling me for so long to get an Instapot. I love it. What did I make? I made cracked chicken Saturday night. And then I made the meatloaf and mashed potatoes. But let me tell you, I'm never making mashed potatoes any other way again. Ever. Ever. It was glorious. We're doing a fend for yourself night. I didn't feel like cooking tonight. Nothing wrong with that. I had homemade Salisbury steak, seasoned baked potatoes, turnip greens, and cornbread. Ooh, I'm going to Terry's house, y'all. Alright, wait. Did you make Yankee cornbread or did you make the Southern sweet cornbread? Because I can't handle, or that whole Midwest cornbread thing where it's just the corn. I didn't even know that people made cornbread without putting sugar in it, y'all. Breakfast. Ugh. Yummy. I was happy that my Siri didn't respond to your request for mowing. Yes, I'm sure you were. Jen had pizza rolls and sliced tomatoes. Oh, Steph had fried shrimp, fries, and coleslaw. Oh. Gamer Widow said, this week I'm doing nothing outside of the house. We've been on strict lockdown, so I'm sewing, spinning, weaving, and seeking out mint slice biscuits. Gamer's like, hey, you got a mask? You got a mask? You got any of those mint slices? Oh no, Lauren. Did they lose your post? See, that's a bummer. The postal service is just not doing well. It really isn't. I was waiting on someone to say crack chicken. Yes, crack chicken. No. They call it crack chicken. I don't know why. You can make it in a crock pot or in an Instapot. I've made it for years in a crock pot, but it's just chicken breast, a can of cream of chicken soup, and a package of the Italian seasoning mix, the dry seasoning. You throw it in there. If you're using a crock pot, then you throw in a block of cream cheese. And if you're using an Instapot, then you have to put the cream cheese in afterwards. But mix it all together and serve it over rice or egg noodles. It's yummy, 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 yummy. Who makes cornbread with corn in it? Everybody makes cornbread with corn in it. Today was my Friday at work, so I wasn't feeling the whole cooking thing. Oh, I get it. I get it. I'm having a straw and hay pasta cream sauce with bacon, peas, and mushrooms. Ooh. Yes, they lost my package going over to New Zealand. I was so annoyed, but I resent it. Hopefully this one goes. Oh, so sorry. Oh, hold on, guys.
You need to have your series sound like me to remind you to call at 11 a.m.
We're going to have to email Apple, and we're going to have to inform them that Delbert must be hired. We demand that Delbert must be hired so that he can be a voice for Siri. No, corn like kernels. Oh, no, I don't like it like that. No, I don't like it with actual. Well, okay, so hush puppies. My nanny used to make hush puppies, and it has cornmeal in it, but sometimes she would put like a can of corn into the mix. I did like that. So maybe I would like cornbread with actual kernels of corn in it. Maybe. As long as it was sweet. I cannot handle that sour cornbread. It's just not okay. Good night, Ida. I don't think I'm ever going to understand cornbread. It's just not a thing in Australia. What is its purpose? Is it to slurp up gravy? Why not just have bread? Poor Leanne. Leanne, it's so good. I wish I would have known. Ugh. Well, no. Cornbread is kind of... The mix is kind of heavy. I could have sent you some. Maybe in Kim's next box I'll send over some Jiffy for them. Maybe she can share a box with you so you can try it and then you can understand, because cornbread is just... Well, I mean, it's just like, you know, why make a waffle when there's pancakes? Or why make pancakes when there's waffles? Why make sourdough when there's rye? Or why make wheat when there's white? It's just another different thing. Hush puppies are shoes here? Shoes? Sour cornbread. Sour cornbread, I mean, it's like just cornbread that folks don't make, that don't put sugar in them. Wait. Hush puppies, you eat those? They're a brand of shoes here. No! Hush puppies are little round balls of cornbread. They're fried. Have you seen the cornbread chips? No, I haven't. I have not. I live in Texas. Cornbread comes with every meal, right? Cornbread is just the thing. Mwah, mwah. John said, listen, Leanne, no one from the country that invented Vegemite needs to lecture anyone on food. That's the truth. It is the truth. Vegemite is so horrible. You can put sourdough starter in cornbread, but it isn't that good to me. Ooh, I don't. Ooh. Vegemite or Marmite, never had either. Listen, they are definitely an acquired taste and one that I have never been able to get my taste buds to acquire to. They're just not okay. Do you know how Hush Puppies got its name? No, I don't. No. Vegemite puts a rose on every cheek in our country. What does cornbread give you? Happiness. Happiness and thicker thighs, okay? More for snuggling. Put it on them thighs. Happiness. That's what it is. It is happiness. Good cornbread, that is. Not those Yankees that like to make cornbread without no sugar in it. That's just disgusting. Cornbread sticks to your stomach and makes you full. Yes, it do. Yes, it do. Vegemite may actually taste good on cornbread. I don't know. I've had Vegemite before. I have had Vegemite and I've had Marmite before. And I'm not quite certain that I agree, Sue. I don't know. Cornbread is the joy of the South. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, the different areas and the foods that they prefer. I'm gonna have to... Leanne! Oh, why couldn't we have had this conversation like 2 weeks ago? I just sent something to you. I completely forgot until just this minute right here that I just sent something to you. I could have sent you some Jiffy, and then you would understand. And then you would be very grumpy with me because you can't get it. You would be very, very grumpy with me. I'm totally confused. I thought Yankees make cornbread with sugar. Do they? Because I've never met one that does. Do they really? I don't enjoy the typical Midwest cornbread, but sweet cornbread, yum. Yeah. Now, Stephanie, I was born and raised in New England. I learned to make cornbread with sugar long before I moved to Texas. And I like Vegemite. Ugh. Sue. I will have to see if I can find the chips for you. They're so good. Yeah, I've never heard of those chips before. And if you do your cornbread right, you cook it in cast iron. That's right. And you put butter in it first, and you put it in the oven, and you let the butter get all bubbly before you pour the batter in. Makes the outside so crispy and buttery and unhealthy and so yummy. My 4-year-old grandson just asked what the lady talking about hush puppies like at the fish store place. Yes, at the fish store place. Cornbread with corn and jalapenos. Well, I'm allergic to peppers, so I can't do the jalapenos. My dad swears that cornbread doesn't have sugar in it, but the recipe Mom had me make, and I made it for about 8 years when I was growing up, has sugar in it. Yeah, cornbread has sugar in it. If somebody tries to hand you cornbread that don't got sugar in it, just walk away from them. You don't need those people. Try cream corn in it. Ooh, Wanda. Look at Wanda. I have a wedge cast iron skillet, so it's crispy all around. Yum! When they were frying catfish, the dogs would be begging for some of the catfish, so the cook would throw the bits from frying the catfish, and they would say, "Hush, puppies." Aww. I won't be able to weigh in at Weight Watchers with all this food talk. Sorry, Kathy. Sorry. It's what we do. I like Vegemite, but not tacos, bacon, or burritos. I know. I don't know how we're friends, Sue. I don't know how our relationship has survived, if I'm being honest. I make good jalapeno bacon cheddar cornbread in a cast iron. Oh, I'm down, except for the jalapenos. I have the cast iron skillets with sections shaped like cob of corn. It's very crispy and fun. Aww! Little cornbread sticks. I put cream corn in my cornbread, and Terry, my brother, says it's an extra egg yolk. I just sent my daughter to check if we have any cornbread mix in the cabinet. See? I got some. I do. A friend of mine is a wood turner, and I have just picked up 4 wooden crochet hooks. What fun! And a bit weird, I like to spread my Vegemite a bit thicker than normal. We had that conversation once before, Sally, and you said that. Whew, I don't know how you do it. I just don't know. We are friends because we worship Tim Tams. Oh, right. And there is the crochet and the yarn. Okay, all right. It's coming back to me. Okay, I just posted a photo to the Facebook that'll make Stephanie squee. Oh, geez. I am afraid. I am afraid. Aww. Amy's at Alamorada. I'm jealous. That's so gonna get reported. Somebody's gonna report that, John. I'm just throwing that out there. I will wake up tomorrow and that post will be reported. That's funny. I also love cornbread with whipped honey butter. Yeah. I just went ahead and Googled cornbread. I can say I've never tasted it. It's really good. It's really good. I'm so sad. Genuinely, I am so sad for all of you guys that have never had cornbread. I mean, you obviously don't know what you're missing because you haven't had it before, but I know what you're missing, and it makes me sad. Way down deep in my soul, it makes me sad that you guys have not been able to. Let's see, if I bring it up closer, is it focusing? Man, I don't know what's going on with that sucker. I hope it's not dying on me. It's old. It's like 3 years old now. Yeah. Next month? No, 4. No, 3. 4? I don't know. I can't remember. I like the cornbread they make at Cracker Barrel. It's because it's sweet cornbread. His chicken is camera shy. I love cornbread and like butter beans. Ooh! Oh, I love me some butter beans. Slathered over the top of some cornbread. Oh. Listen, I don't know who I'm trying to kid. I will sit there with a fork at the cast iron skillet and just eat cornbread straight on out. Just throw some extra butter on top of it and just call it a meal. Your blanket is looking awesome. It's not looking fuzzy to you guys because it's looking fuzzy to me. Why? Speaking of apple butter, finally found some here. Oh, I love apple butter. My cousin makes the best apple butter. I love apple butter over cornbread. My cast iron skillets are from the 1930s. Ooh, look at John. John's over there like... Need to take an insulin shot with John and all this stuff around. Hello, Beverly. Whoa. I wasn't ready. It was a whole lot of lemon all at once. I was not ready. I'm okay. I'm gonna make it. I'm okay. Whew. Oh man. Ugh. It's not the lens because whenever I flip back over to where you can see me on the bigger part, it's clear. You talking about cornbread is making me hungry for some good shortbread. Cornbread, shortbread, that's a big difference. Ugh. Forget the fork, just use your hands, right? I posted a pic of the cast iron corn stick pan on the Facebook page. It's just like the one my grandmother left me. I've seen them before. 10-minute warning, thank you DB. And D, no sour faces. Well, I mean, it was a big old swig of straight up lemon. I wasn't prepared for it. Y'all, I'm going to be chasing reported posts all night. No, you won't. You lie, and the devil is inside of you, because every time this happens, all of you guys leave them for me. So when I wake up in the morning, it starts my day off fabulously, and I get to see all of the food posts that people reported in the group. Bye-bye, Sally. Y'all made me have to go get a snack. Gracious, I'm hungry. Oh, well, I mean, it happens. It happens. I mean, you act like this is something new that we do here. I have a cast iron skillet that's a 12-inch that I found buried in my backyard. Oh! Mercy. Surprise, exactly. It was a big surprise. I was not okay there for a second. I thought I was going to start hacking. Ooh. Took me over. I was trying to focus on not making an ugly face. Good night, Susan. Isn't it strange the things that we want when our elders pass on? I'll tell you, my nanny probably never would have guessed that all of us would end up arguing over a cookbook. It's a special cookbook. It was a cookbook that was given to her as a wedding gift to my grandfather. But she had It's like the base of all of the comfort food that my family is used to eating, and it has her handwritten notes next to all the recipes with all of the changes and alterations that she decided to do over the years. Yeah, the Bible, as we call it, that's what everybody wanted when my nanny passed. My daddy used to take a glass of milk. If it was sweet cornbread, it was buttermilk that he would crumble the cornbread in and eat it. Oh, listen, I just love cornbread, period. It goes straight to my thighs, but that's okay. Kathy said, I hope that Pam wasn't used as a weapon that was buried in the backyard. You can still use cast iron in the oven, Cassie. Yes, ma'am, you can. Did I miss Sally leaving? Yes, ma'am. Sally has left. What are you doing? Yeah, you can't use cast iron on the glass top stoves. Can't do that, but you can definitely use it in your oven. Just throw you some butter in there and get it all bubbly, and then pour the batter in there and put it back in. And Okay, beans and cornbread for tomorrow now, and yes, I have Jiffy ready. Yum! Yum! Beans and cornbread and pork steaks with apple pie. Oh, see, Beverly is talking my language. Oh, you are talking my language. I love me some butter beans with some ham hock in there, some cornbread. Yummy. There's Kim. Hello, Kim. You made it just to say goodbye to us. Yes, you can. You're not supposed to. My cousin Valerie learned that the hard way when she broke her very, very expensive glass stovetop and then had to replace that sucker. You can use them on glass top stoves. You just have to not be a klutz. I wouldn't risk it. You can use cast iron on glass top. You just can't slam it down hard. And I don't know. I wouldn't risk it. Oh, it's been a crazy morning, Kim says. I'll bet, bless your heart. But we're glad that it's over for you now. The only thing I use cast iron for is candied sweet taters. Oh, listen, I have a cast iron Dutch oven that is my heart. I love that sucker. Love, love, love that cast iron Dutch oven. Butter beans. Hi, Kim. Bye, Kim. Aw. She did. At least she made it here, guys. She's had a rough morning. Y'all give her a break. She give her some love. I just want to make some fried chicken and some... Oh, I understand those wants and those desires. I do. I do. Here we go. How many chains did I start out with? For this blanket, I started out with 101. The 101 was the because I did single crochets across the row. So that's what it is, 100. 100. We'll flip you over because it's really making me crazy. See, why is it fine up there, but it's not fine down here? I don't get it. Why are you being this? Why are you being this dramatic to me? I don't know. I don't know what its problem is. I have no idea. I have 2 cast irons, November and December for the potluck. I am required to bring candied sweet potatoes, both of them full. Hey, I do have a wood stove. Maybe I can do it in the winter. Yes. Yes, you could. I should put her in timeout. Who are you putting in timeout? Who is Anthony doesn't get to put anybody in timeout. Do I need to hide my cast iron so I don't use it on the husband? Oh, no. Don't use it on the husband. Your husband makes beautiful blocking boards. Don't use it on the husband. The world needs him. Oh, man, the whole bottom of that is nothing but lemon. Nothing. Whew. I'm okay. I'm okay. It's almost time to go, guys. If you're not part of the It's Crochet O'Clock Facebook group, the shenanigans continue on there all week long. Don't forget that Jennifer and I will be live tomorrow on the Good Loops Facebook page at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh. Woo. I cannot breathe. That one just took away my voice. Cassie said she's still here. She's not leaving until she kicked. That's in about 2 minutes. 2 minutes, cause then we leaving. Then quit drinking it. I forgot. Okay, just that quickly, I forgot that it was death. It's not okay. Whew. I don't know why. I thought maybe shaking it up. Maybe no. It was not okay. It was not okay at all. Ooh, I can feel it way back here. It's not okay. Sour drinks make sour faces. Yes, that is very true. I can't leave this hook in here. It'll get lost with all of the other ones. Drink potatoes. Drinking potatoes? Oh, vodka. Yes. Haha. Ruth said, I have an entire set of cast iron pots and pans and a Dutch oven. I just have a Dutch oven, but I love it. I love it. I have an enamel Dutch oven. I don't know. Anywho, it's time to go, you guys. If you guys aren't part of the It's Crochet O'Clock Facebook group, I will see you next week here. If you don't come to the Good Loops live tomorrow, see you guys soon. You guys have a great week. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye-bye.